Hi, my name's Will.
Hi, I'm Abby, and this is our adoption story. I was in 7th grade and Will was in 8th grade when we met. We started running track together. Even then, we would have conversations about one day if we got married, it would be cool if we adopted. A few years in, we were told that it was going to be really hard for us to get pregnant. We may not be able to.
Having those specific conversations in high school where we had talked about one day how it would be neat to adopt, and it kind of just fell into place when we started to plan to have a family. I was excited most to become a father for the first time. Looking back, I didn't really have that many worries. Luckily, we had resources and friends who had adopted before. The baby that we would adopt eventually would be the baby that was meant for us.
Our first step was to go to orientation. That day, we left Gladney knowing that that was how we were going to start our family. So we started our application, got a phone call a few weeks later that so far everything looked good and it was time to schedule our home study. After we were approved, we made our profile book, which is just a book of pictures and information about Will and me that birth moms use to decide which family they want to place their child with. And at this point, we were waiting for a baby, for a birth mom to choose us. We got a phone call that there was a 16-year-old girl who had looked at our profile and she really liked us. We waited just a few short days. We got a phone call that she had decided on us. At that point, we got to have our first conversation with her. I was very nervous. After Brittany had Matthew, she had 48 hours before she could relinquish or sign over her rights. 48 hours later, exactly, she relinquished her rights, and we were headed to Gladney to sign our paperwork. Placement's amazing. Brittany and her mom came in carrying Matthew, and that's where she placed Matthew in my arms for the first time. It was the first time we met our son, and we became parents for the first time that day, and we'd waited for years for that moment. Matthew's birth mom was 16 years old when she got pregnant. She didn't have a job, she had goals, and she's been able to do those things because she placed her child with a family who could provide for him. She wanted him to be proud of her. When Matthew was about a year and a half old, we found out that we were pregnant. Katie and Emily's birth mom was in her 30s. She had multiple children and was just at a point that she realized she could not take care of herself and she could not take care of her other children if she were to try and raise another one. She loved Katie and knew that she would not be able to give her the life she deserved to have. She wanted the best for Emily as well, and she was so excited that Emily and Katie were going to get to grow up together and have each other. We have semi-open adoption with the kids' birth parents. We just communicate through email and letters and pictures. That looks different for both of the birth moms. Matthew's birth mom, we love to send her pictures of Matthew so she can see how adorable he is, how fun he is. We even get to send her videos of him dancing and singing. There's no difference. These kids were meant to be siblings and they were made to be brothers and sisters.
They're all equally loved. I love all my kids the same. 3 of our 4 are adopted. It was already decided that they were my kids even before we started the whole adoption process.
We just hope that they're all proud of where they came from and what their story is. As they grow up, each one of them knows how loved they are, that we love them before they were placed in our family.
I just want them to grow up to be happy and healthy and just know that we will always love them and we always have loved them.